Ukraine has a rich cinematic culture, and Ukrainian cinema was developed in the context of Soviet cinema. But there are many features that make this cinema unique. And one of those features is this clear pattern of giving voice to those who are silenced, marginalized, and excluded from representation. We can say that this pattern was set in the mid 1960s, and it has reemerged in the present day Ukrainian cinema. This commitment to the marginal was initiated by the most important Ukrainian film of the post-war era, The Shadows of Forgotten Ancestors. This cinematic masterpiece, directed by Sergei Parajanov, was shot in the Carpathian Mountains in western Ukraine. It features a detailed portrayal of Ukrainian Hutsul culture. Parajanov shot his film in the Hutsul dialect with the participation of local people. Both the Hutsul dialect and way of life, which resisted modernization, were considered backward by the Soviet official narrative. Sergei Parajanov was compared to the best-known Ukrainian filmmaker Alexander Dovzhenko, who did outstanding revolutionary avant-garde films in the late 1920s and early 1930s. The Shadows of Forgotten Ancestors left the lasting legacy on Ukrainian cinema. First of all, it played the major role in initiating the poetic school of Ukrainian cinema. The poetic school explored those parts of national identity that were silenced in the official Soviet narrative. So it was very visually powerful and experimental cinema. Parajanov's influence had much wider scope than that. For example, we can discern it in the work of Ukrainian female director Kira Muratova, who was also committed to marginalized people, ethnic groups, women, alcoholics. Her point of view that is so vividly expressed in her cinema is to stay on the side of the marginal. Kira Muratova's interests were quite different from the poetical school, but she always referred to Parajanov as her teacher, and she engaged in ongoing dialogue with his work. For instance, she cited the underwater scene from The Shadows of Forgotten Ancestors in her film Short Encounters, 1968, which was set in the modern urban environment of Odessa. The most prominent face of new Ukrainian cinema is Myroslav Slobozhpytsky. The film Tribe was made in 2014, and it is set in a boarding school for deaf teenagers. The film is shot entirely in Ukrainian Sign Language without subtitles. The story of the film is quite dark. It is underworld filled with corruption and violence. But while showing a lot of violence, Slobozhpytsky doesn't glamorize it. He shows the magnitude of human misery. It's such a dark film, but there is this absolutely strange beauty of the framing, and somehow it sends this message that we can do better. Through many centuries of oppression, people of Ukraine experienced deeply what it is to be silenced. And of course, there are many ways to respond to this painful experience. But there is a productive way to respond to it. And this is to ensure that all voices are being heard. Oppression is recreated by silencing people. And there is also a lot of resentment from the silence. And I think a culture is a field that can really change society. And I think the best filmmakers did it. It is a form of teaching humanity to see the importance of each individual voice. And cinema, as a hypnotic kind of experience, can do a lot in this respect.